Hey, what's up, Roxstars? It's Rox, and I thought I would come to you guys today to talk about the episode of Iyanla's Fix My Life with Evelyn Lozada. Originally, I wasn't going to do a video about it because I just didn't feel like I needed to do a video about it, but I had been putting on my Facebook, my itsrox Facebook page. You know, we've just been kind of discussing back and forth the interview and how people felt about Evelyn Lozada, and I was surprised by some of the comments. Not really surprised because, you know, I know how it works, but it just made me feel like maybe I wanted to say something about it. We're going to try to get a quick 5-minute video in, and I'll let you guys know how I feel. So the first half of the show, I felt like Evelyn was opening up about her life, but I also think that she had her personality in mind, you know, the personality that we all see on television. That's the part that I think that she was most concerned with fixing. I'm not saying that she wasn't genuine in what she was trying to do on that first part of that episode, but I think she had two goals in mind. First was to fix the image that you and I see, and then at the same time fixing her own life. And I say that because most people are over Evelyn. I mean, we've all seen her on Basketball Wives. You know, she's a mean-ass bitch, and she's done a lot of things to a lot of people, and hurt a lot of people and said a lot of things, and you know, we've all been able to conjure up this image of her, and I don't think it's that, you know, it's not really that favorable. Basically, you reap what you sow in life. What you do will come back to haunt you in one way or another. I truly believe that. So, you know, the first part of the Fix My Life, you know, we got the vulnerable Evelyn, we got the Evelyn who was crying, you know, the Evelyn who was open, the Evelyn who was telling Iyanla, you know, how her life was, how she grew up, you know, her family, and this and that and the other. We got to that second part, and you guys know the second part of the interview was after her incident with Chad. And we got a different Evelyn. Evelyn was not as emotional this time. She was a little bit more reserved. And I don't even know if the word is reserved. The word more is pissed. She was upset. She was angry about what had happened to her. And I think that this time we might have gotten the real Evelyn. She wasn't doing all that crying and everything, and you could tell that some of the things that Iyanla was saying to her was putting her off, was making her mad, was making her uncomfortable, was, you know, she was being forced to face something that she didn't really want to face, and, you know, she tried to swarm her way out of it, and Iyanla was not letting it happen. She was opened up a little bit more, but I don't think she wanted to be this open. I don't think she wanted to have to really face what was the deep down issues, but the facade definitely was down now. Now we get into some shit here. Now Iyanla, I can tell you guys that a lot of times Iyanla works hard on my nerves because, you know, she can have a tendency to go off on the Mother Earth, spiritual, you know, universe, whatever the mumbo jumbo, all that can be, and I don't necessarily respond to that type of talk. I need to know in reality what is going on, and I felt like this time Iyanla did not go there. She definitely stayed on the issues, and she made Evelyn face you know, her own decisions, her own choices. She did not let Evelyn just kind of say what Iyanla wanted to hear. Now, I do feel like Evelyn was saying what Iyanla wanted to hear, but I feel like Iyanla, every time Evelyn tried to go there, she picked it up. She knew, like, oh no, you're not going deep enough. We need to figure this out a little bit more. Now, I appreciated Iyanla for that, and I hope that this is how her show actually goes, that she really does not give the person the opportunity to back up off of what they've done. It was good to see that Evelyn was not able to hide behind any type of fantasy, you know, oh, I haven't done anything wrong, I just made some bad choices, and in return all these bad things happen to me, all these bad people come my way, because, you know, it wasn't just that surface. It was like you have to take some accountability for what you've done, the choices that you've made, and you have to expect whatever you put out there. I mean, if you tell your husband, like Iyanla was saying, that he can cheat and that you just want to know and everything, well, you can't expect any differently. Like I said, Evelyn was having a hard time. She was mad at some points, so she was really trying to cover it up and everything. But, you know, I expect that. Like, you know, it's hard. Sometimes it's hard to find out about yourself. How many times have you guys had a friend that's been very truthful with you, who's told you about yourself, said some really hurtful things, but it was the truth, and you didn't right away accept it? You might have even fell out with them, but you know what, as time goes on, you can think about what they've said, and you understand that, yeah, maybe they were telling the truth. sometimes it's just a journey, you guys. Sometimes you have to get to that place whenever you get there. So I was okay with Evelyn's reaction, because sometimes you got to marinate on the shit. Sometimes you got to think about it. Sometimes you might not even want to think about it, but it's there. The seed's been planted. It's got time to grow in your mind, and it's up to you whether or not you do something with what was told to you. What do I ultimately feel about Evelyn? I think that Evelyn got caught up. I think that Evelyn liked the fact that she was with this baller who could do so many things for her. And in return, you know, she just had felt like maybe she would put up with some bullshit. Okay, so her husband likes to fuck other women. Okay, well, I think Evelyn probably thought she could deal with that. I mean, a lot of women whose husbands are ballers have to kind of accept the fact that there's women that's throwing, you know, the PUSSY towards men all the time. So maybe she felt like she could deal with that because she's still getting what she wants out of the deal. Yeah, the nigga likes to get a little physical every now and then, but you know, that's concerning. But maybe I can still deal with it. You know, I think Evelyn just felt like, okay, yeah, he's got a temper and everything. But the trade-off to her was still worth it. And it wasn't until he fucked up her face that she decided that, okay, that this is the last straw. And yeah, it's sort of like a jacked up conclusion to come to. But you know what? Hey, I don't really care what it takes for you to get to that point. It's just the fact that you got there, that you realize that you can't put up with no more. Everybody has a deal breaker. Everybody has a line that's drawn. And I guess that's her line. Yeah, sort of vain to know that the only reason why you breaking up with somebody is because they screw with your face. But, hey, whatever way you've got to get there, as long as you realize that the shit is not right anymore, then it's fine. So I can't knock people for trying to fix their life, even if the reason is shallow. The point is that I'm trying to do something about it. And it's just the effort, you guys. I think one of my viewers that commented on my Facebook page said it's just the effort. Somebody that is continuously trying to fix their life. And that's the same way I feel. I feel like you should always be trying to fix what's happened in your life. There are always ways to look at your life and how to make it better. You know, how to make it more positive, how to make it more stable. And, you know, always taking accountability to whatever happens. I'm rooting for Evelyn. Like, I'm rooting for anybody who's trying to make some positive changes. And because I feel like she deserves a chance like anybody else. I've screwed up a lot in my past, like many of us have done. I wake up every morning with a new opportunity to try to get it right. And that happens in my own private little world. None of us have to live our lives in the public eye. So the convenience of being behind closed doors helps us. But I just want you guys to all remember some of your worst skeletons and just think about if, you know, these things came tumbling out for everybody to know and how you would feel about it. You've worked really hard to try to get people to not know you for those reasons or not remember you for those reasons. I think that Evelyn deserves the same chance. Just because it isn't happening to you anymore does not mean that it did not happen, okay? So we cannot forget about our own faults. I totally commend anyone who tries. Try. That's all you can do is try. I don't even care if you try 15 times. The fact of the matter is that you haven't stopped trying. If you didn't get anything else from Iyanla's show, I think that show really did help people take some own things for their own life, even if they didn't believe what was going on with Evelyn. All right, you guys, so that's it. That's how I feel about Evelyn's interview. Go on and comment in the comment section below. I'm not going to try to change anyone's mind about how they feel about Evelyn because, you know, everybody has to get to this point whenever they get there. I haven't always been forgiven, and I'm not always forgiven. I am human, and I can hold grudges, and I can think the worst of somebody just like anybody else, but I think that I really am trying to remember how, you know, when people try to change their lives for the better, that, you know, I just think that that's a good thing. I got to get back to work, you guys. So you guys, you know, comment below. You guys remember to rate and subscribe to the channel. I'm itsrox. You guys know who I am, right? All right. I hope that you guys have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day, and I plan on doing the same. Until next time, Roxstars. Bye.